because there will be a massive sausage fest at this point.
We can hold off on the goblin until people show up. Like I'm down. Like I'll hold that. That's like
at DM the player. Technically, she's not main character, so it wouldn't entail involving a whole main story to find her.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm saying maybe run into her some. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I gotta pick up my fucking Five Guys real quick. And either way, I don't know. Maybe I'll switch things up. Maybe I usually go for short. Maybe I'll look for a freakishly tall race. I don't know.
Wyatt.
What's up?
Okay, I start the video. Can you do a recap?
What? Everything they needed to know, they heard last time.
Yeah, recap. We chilled with our dick and balls out
hold on,
in a big tub of water.
Everyone was naked in the tub washing up.
Except
the turtle and Zach learned more about the barbarian, and that's about it. I can't share anymore.
Tell me what you learned.
He can't. It's up to him.
How much you know about the Reapers?
Tell me what you learned.
Don't force turtle into submission, alright, guys?
Tell me what you learned.
I'll force him into submission. I'll fucking hit him with a big rubber mallet.
No!
1 second. I'm walking to the Five Guys. Well, you guys are gonna be able to listen to my. This is now the Five Guy chapter arc of this adventure.
No, you're not
Turtle boy, you will tell me what you learned.
Do it, Natasha. This is D&D. They can do anything. I think that's the part where you forget that your real self leaves and you become whatever your character is.
I think
haven't figured out that line yet.
We're pretty vague at this point with what is real and what is not.
No, we're not. We're very down to point. When the session starts, it's your character, not you. It's that line.
I'm trying to figure that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't. If one other party members want to hit them, it would be they just roll die to hit, and then it would hit. That's how it works. Good old Five Guys arc. Alright, so Turtle, I'll say Zach went ahead of you since Zach's not here yet. So it's you and the barbarian walking back to the inn. After getting your clothes, from the half elves after they were completely cleaned. So is this short turtle with this extremely tall woman?
I had a call an order for Aiden.
Aiden?
Yep. 1640. Also, I'm sorry, can I swap out the Oreo cream shake? Do you guys not have strawberry flavoring still?
Say it again?
You guys have the strawberry flavoring, or you guys still have? Can I just switch it over to that? Is that the same price?
These are great.
To the regular fries. So, I'm just switching it over.
No, you want the extra salted fries.
Strawberry whipped cream?
Why is this happening in the video?
Because he's hungry, man. Man gotta eat.
And you say keeping in character. He's only Five Guys burgers and fries.
See, he's not laughing and he can hold conversation though. That's the difference.
He's talking about shapes.
So?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can label this episode "The Cane Goes to Five Guys."
So
also, how dare you get Five Guys? I love Five Guys.
Five Guys
is closing in like 2 years. I hate to say it.
Why?
No, it's not.
So good.
They're losing money. No, look it up. They're losing money.
Oh.
They overexpanded and they're losing a lot of money. They're closing like 200 stores this year.
Thank you.
The pandemic really hurt them a lot.
No.
I want Five Guys.
Five Guys is awesome.
Listen, everything is losing money right now, and it was a bad call to expand like recently with Corona. Let me tell you something right
They're
now.
expanding during the pandemic.
That's the problem.
They were buying land during the pandemic. That's what led them to this.
It's a smart thing to do. Like land will never be cheaper.
I know, but when you're already losing money, you don't
No, not
spend
7.
money you don't have. Alright, so, Turtle, what do? You're back with the ghost in the inn.
You really want to
Like
continue
you're
with
saying,
All
that?
this commotion is what you hear at the end. We'll just say that.
buying investments and stuff right now is the best time to do it because everything's super low because nobody's certain whether or not they're going to be able to make their money back in enough time.
Mm.
Long-term investment, they're set if they're expanding right, if they're buying stuff out.
Yeah,
It's
however,
gonna
if you
hurt
already
for the
spent
next.
all your money and you're still losing money, now's not the time for you to use all your money and play all your chips.
Now I'm
It's gonna
freaking
hurt
hungry.
his first couple years, but it's gonna pay off. Trust me.
I hope
I think
GameStop
I
completely
alone.
dies out.
I don't think you understand, man. I've gotten Five Guys every single day this week, and it's probably been a terrible, terrible health decision. But at this point, I
That
should own
sounds like a
stock in the
delicious health
company.
decision to me.
Alright.
I've done so much Five Guys. It's not okay. Really,
You're
I
doing
have a
so many
problem.
Five Guys in the back alley? Is that what you're saying?
It's so good.
It is
Hey,
good. It is
Five
amazing.
Guys is so damn good. I'm
Aiden,
only
you want
at
to
it
order me
once
some
and I
Five
still
Guys?
love it.
That is good. Jay, next time you're here, let's get Five Guys. It's
You
really
want to order
good.
me some
Better
Five
Maddie's deli.
Guys and
Maddie's
send it
deli
to
is
my
awesome.
house?
Yeah,
Send to your
Jay.
house? No.
Why not?
He like puts it in the mailbox and
you
you have to
send it
wait
to
the whole
someone's
day.
No, like Grubhub, bro.
You can't Grubhub that shit through the mail.
Well, you,
Oh
He's
my
not
god.
no shit.
He
Don't do
was
it through the
just
mail.
saying just Grubhub, Natasha,
I did not
not.
just hear you say that. I did not
Also,
just
who
hear you
uses?
say that.
I can see. Also, Jay,
Grubhub,
who uses
DoorDash,
Grubhub?
whatever.
Who honestly uses Grubhub? If you use Grubhub, let me tell you something right now. You are a cretin. DoorDash,
Why?
Uber Eats is where
Whatever.
it is at.
That's just the one I heard. Postmates, though.
Grubhub, let me tell you something. Grubhub and DoorDash, not Door, no Postmates. Postmates, I will never use because as working at a restaurant, it's such fucking annoying shit. Because we got a call from Postmates specifically, and they're trying. It's just stupid how they operate. It's very stupid. It's very, very annoying. I've had to spend too much time of my life trying. And by the way, we are completely off the DnD campaign. This has literally nothing to do with it. But I spent too much of my time on the phone with these people, with Postmates and shit, because they just don't know how to operate. It's weird.
Oh man.
Alright. No, Aiden.
I don't think we're gonna get anything productive done.
We can.
Well, give me
It's
a
just
little
he's
bit
gonna
of
unmute
time.
himself and that's it.
I'm probably gonna get up at like 11 or 11:30 because I have to work tomorrow and I'm really fucking tired.
Oh yeah, well, we got time. I just gotta pick
No,
up
we
my. I
don't.
gotta
The
pick up my
time is
food.
dwindling faster than you would
Oh, was
think.
calling for Aiden? Aiden? Yeah. No
I always
rush. You're
hate
good.
that. I always hate that restaurant where they have to say your name twice.
Hey, I talked with her. I switched it over just to a strawberry. Yeah, it's strawberry. So. Now, what I'm saying is now is the best time to invest in Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin isn't the bubble. It is the needle.
Why
Thank you.
would
No,
why
I'm
would
good.
you
Thank you very
invest in
much.
Bitcoin?
I've been going up and down my neighborhood telling people Bitcoin, crypto, whatever you can get your hands on. Spoke to my grandpa. He's using his entire pension to invest into Bitcoin. It's a great idea. Trust me.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Why?
Aiden.
That's awful.
When the U.S.
That's
collapses
awful.
and the dollar becomes worthless, and instead big yellow coins online become the currency, guess who's gonna feel real dumb? You are, not me.
Except when you even use it for.
when
Ugh. The silence is awful. Oh.
How dare you silence me? How dare you silence me in my crypto?
What silenced you?
Did I get kicked from the call, or did I just end up DCing on my own? Because I did tab out of Discord as a
I
tendency to
think
shit
you
itself.
timed out because you got quiet. Then again,
That probably
everyone
was
got
it.
quiet.
That probably was it.
It's creepy when you're in a call of 4 people and no one's talking.
Dude.
It's like, damn.
The damn Daniel moment.
Shut your mouth.
Top 10 damn Daniel moments. Top number 1 when I duped my grandparents into spending all their money on Bitcoin with me.
Why did you make them spend money on Bitcoin? Well, how do you even use Bitcoin?
Just do.
What is
It's like
it?
when you use a credit card or something. It's like pretty much like that.
Oh my god.
When you think about it, how do you use dollars? Like. Now, I don't want to actually seriously try to defend crypto because, well, I'm fine with it. I have to say, it's got the same. Maybe actually not, because the dollar is controlled by some shitty fucking people. Also, what's cool with crypto is that if I make a game on Steam, I can have the computer start mining bitcoins for me and setting up like 90% CPU and shit. I pretty much just buy some hard drives for my Bitcoin addiction.
Wyatt, are you staying mute this time? I think
He's currently sending me his credit card information so that way we can do a joint venture on Dogecoin.
You fucking liar.
No, I'm telling you, I have him sold. That's why the rest of you should also buy in with me. Can this just be like a 30-minute cold open to the episode, please?
This is gonna be
Just
the most awkward.
Just name this episode. The gang goes to 5 guys that invest in Bitcoin.
And Aiden goes to 5 guys.
Oh, I mean, I took you all with me, so really, it's the whole crew goes to 5 guys.
Now I'm fucking hungry. Thanks a lot, you prick.
Fuck you.
And all I have over here to eat is freaking Twizzlers.
Why? That's literally the only thing you have edible in your house.
It's not something that I want to enjoy. I want to eat actual candy, but this is all I got.
Don't eat candy. You have fruit. You have vegetables. Something.
Nope, Sally.
No. The fuck.
No.
As the fruity, juicy. I'm not even gonna bullshit. I hate Twizzlers. I do not like Twizzlers. I can't even sell with a straight face. I can sell Bitcoin better than I can sell Twizzlers. But that does not give you. That doesn't give you the good vitamins. It gives Starburst, if anything. They don't give you vitamin C and shit, but at least it's like good to eat.
I want Starburst now, but all I have is Twizzlers. I'm so sad.
Just get it,
It's
DoorDash.
a crappy candy my mom likes, and then she found out it's not good
DoorDash
for you.
yourself exactly you want. Oh my god, this guy.
Okay, let's see what these 2 are saying. Turtle, you walk back to the inn. What do you say or do as you approach the inn after collecting your things from the half-elves?
I'm tucking your dick away.
having to read this
you
shit.
tuck it back into your shell.
Alright, I'll ask Barbarian about her past and what happened to her family. Do I need to do any specific roles? It'll have her be more specific on what you ask her. Babe, I know your mic's not mute. You can just talk to him. He can hear you. Oh, this is gonna be the weirdest filler shit ever. It's so were you doing before you joined this shit?
You mean the call or?
Yes, what were you
Indeed.
doing before you joined this dumpster fire?
Literally nothing.
Oh.
I came back home from our house because I was ice skating with a friend.
Oh man, that sounds a lot more interesting than what's going on right now.
Sure does, Bob.
Oh my god.
I got a 17.
Oh, and he speaks! Yay! Oh. Oh my god. I'm not used to when Wyatt is the quiet one. He is always talking. Him being mute is so weird.
I mean, he kind of has to. He's the DM, so.
No, I meant he's always talking. Babe, do you not watch the videos when it's just me and him? He talks more than I do. And I'm not that good of a talker. I spend the majority of the video either laughing at something or just talking nonsense.
Okay, now Aiden's gone. I don't have to deal with background hell. I can actually fucking talk. Because I just deafened myself until he was gone.
That's why you muted yourself?
I deafened myself completely.
You deafened yourself because of his background nonsense.
No, I can't deal with it. I hate background. I've always hated background. I've dealt with it way too much growing up as a kid that I hate noises like that.
Oh. You scared me.
So,
I thought this was going to be those one rare occasions where you're the quiet one.
I mean, I can go back to deafened and just type everything.
Hell no! It's so awkward. You're the talker.
Relax. Alright, so you rolled a 17, natural or unnatural?
I guess natural, because I have +0 for my charisma or whatever.
Okay, so that's natural. So what question do you want to ask? Because she only asked one. She only answered one.
I'll ask about what happened to her husband, about why she had to execute him.
Oh, yeah.
Do you say execute or do you say behead?
It's beheaded, isn't it?
Behead.
Well, execution and beheading are the same thing, Natasha. It's just the manner in which you execute someone.
I know that.
She looks to you. So wait, are you in front or are you behind her? Are you following her or is she following you?
I guess I'm following her. So, we're walking side by side, but she's maybe a couple inches.
Okay, if you're walking, just say you're just walking side by side. That's better. She stops, looks at you for a bit, gazing somewhat demeaning and intimidating down at you. Her true height towering over you like an actual tower.
Is this
casting us
7?
She's 7 foot tall.
Yeah, she's really tall.
Yeah. Towering over you. Her shadow casting on you. It did what had to be done. Roll perception. Roll investigation or perception if you want to see if she's telling the truth.
Let's see. Let me open it. Investigation. Alright, I'll roll perception. 18 plus 6, 24.
As far as you can gander, she's completely telling the truth. What she believes is the truth.
I mean, she's been in our party, so I have no I mean, she has no reason to lie anyway. So it's there's no mistrust. So yeah, I trust her completely. But I reach out, grab her shoulder, pat her shoulder, and
Wait, how tall is your turtle?
I don't know. I guess I stand up on my tippy toes and pat her shoulder.
No, how tall is the turtle at base? How
I
tall are
think like
you?
5'7". Like that's what I put for my character. I put like
You can pat her
2
back.
inches taller than me.
Yeah, I was about to say you can at most pat her back. I know the turtle race is pretty like standard height.
Yeah. We're not like stout like dwarves or goblins, but we're like not as tall as
You're
like
the middle
half-orcs.
between the entire of D&D class. You're like the middle because it goes half orcs, humans, and then your class.
Yeah.
Because
So I
technically
guess like
humans can get to 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I guess like I go pat her back. It's like we've all lost someone important in our lives at one point.
As you go to pat her back, she actually swats your hand back. I did what I believed was right, and I don't need any comfort. He's dead, and what's done is done. She comes off as her natural cold self. Remember, she's a warrior. She has like very few emotions to being tied to anything other than battle.
Yeah. So she's pretty much like a lizard folk.
Not really, because she's more in depth to the lizard. Lizards are more just attack anything that you can and not have any ties to anything you care about. She does care about some things. However, she is as to the point has like her axes.
What does that say about Zach's character? Isn't he a lizard?
He's not a lizard. He's a dragonborn. They're two different things. They're two completely. You're being completely racist now, Natasha, in D&D.
Yeah, it's like saying like goblins and orcs are the same.
Yeah, it's literally that.
What makes
They're
them
completely. For one, lizards are completely, just like I said, just attack. Dragonborns have their own unique culture. They're completely different. Their anatomy is different. How they act is different. What kind of people they are is different. They're more of nomads and traveling people. There's a lot more that goes into it.
Okay.
You're just you're being so racist because you're just like, oh, well, that's a reptile and that's a reptile. How did you feel like if someone was not of human origin went up to you and was like, you're a human and they're a human, therefore you're the same? And they went up between someone who's Asian and someone who is black. Do you know how well that would work? Not well at all.
Okay, I move on back and like let her to like be like try not to be like all touchy with her, because like I know like from like the other bard's advances towards her, like she is not fond of the touchy.
If you I'm just surprised you used that word to describe it.
Okay, physical contact.
I know, but wait, that's like such like a kid thing to say, the touchy. And I was like so taken aback by it at first.
I think it's funny.
I know, it's like it took me aback. She continues walking back with you to the end. As the further you get, as closer you get to the end, actually, the colder you feel next to her.
Oh, then I'll probably be like, probably like another cold day for another storm coming. At least this one will be natural. It's like not caused by your mystic weapons.
She stops again and says, there won't be any storm today. The skies are as clear as the azure blue sky. There won't be a storm for another week or two.
Then we best get some gear for you. Wouldn't want our best member catching a cold. You pretty much carried us throughout the majority of the battle.
She kind of actually burst out laughing as you say her getting cold. She actually burst out laughing and like kind of leans on you because patting you on the back. Oh, that was a good one.
Oh shit! I
Oh
wish
wait, do I have to
Ada
roll
was
a
here to
strength
say
check
this
to make
shit.
sure she doesn't like backslap me into like the building or something?
I mean, it's not more. She knows her own strength. It's not like she doesn't know it.
She just doesn't like
Okay, it's like
Aiden.
I don't want her doing barbarian rage and then doing a backflip and then like I end up flying into the building or something.
I mean, that can happen, but she does it kind of gently, but kind of firm.
Yeah, she's like kind of
You
like
must not know anything about my race. She kind of like wipes a tear from her eye that she's been laughing so hard.
So, can I come out the inn?
Yeah, you can come out the inn. They're in front of the inn right now.
Can I wake up now?
Yes, you can do all these things. You just gotta say it.
All right.
It's
I
D
thought
and
we'd
D.
wake
It's
up
like
with
it's
my
like
owl.
it's like real world. You just do it. It's just a D&D. You gotta say you do it.
Okay. I was waiting for them to be at the end before I said that.
So Jalen, as you actually go out the front door, you actually see the scene of the barbarian like actually bust over joyously laughing, leaning on the turtle. As you kind of overhear the tail end of this conversation.
That's new.
Did you
That's-
did the turtle break the barbarian?
I said Jalen overheard it because Jalen came out first, so you don't hear it, Natasha.
Okay.
You get the very tail end of it. You get to see as she like is kind of got her hand on the turtle, wiping the tear from her eye.
Okay.
What are you
Got
gonna
you
say?
so riled
Something.
What?
She stands up. And she's like, "You thought I'd catch a cold."
This guy. This fucking guy.
oh right, like oh yeah, cause I thought it's like you being without like socks or shoes or anything. I figured you would be more prone to getting sick.
She laughs again.
She actually does. 'Cause this is really funny to her. I don't think you know much about my race in the slightest.
Yes, that is true. Like apart from your name and from your basic
For
background.
one, even if I wasn't a winter elderin, we are naturally blessed with powers of nature, so they kind of just affect us, but not to the point where we'd get cold. And since I'm a winter one, I have a natural resistance to anything cold and endearing.
Still, wouldn't hurt to get you in a blanket, get you all nice and cozy.
Whoa! And
What, you
I'm
trying to
behind
advance
the
on the
barbarian.
barbarian here?
You
No, I mean
flirt!
blanket wrapped around her like a
flirt!
towel or a parka.
Oh,
not
oh
like
my
us.
gosh, dude. Roll charisma to see if you pass this. Because the way your character said it kind of would come off to someone has you're trying to like coax them.
That's what
Oh,
it came
nice.
off as to me.
It completely came off like you were trying to like
Nice.
wrap
no,
you in a
it's
blanket.
yeah, I probably should have said like a parka before I said wrap her in a blanket.
I know.
I don't think
just
parkas existed back then.
something similar to it. It'd be more like her cloak though.
Yeah,
Just
probably.
that would cover her front.
Yeah.
Which-
18.
Okay, you don't get smacked.
Oh, thank goodness.
She scowls at him though.
No, she looks at him and says, I still don't think you get it. I could be bare naked in the freezing cold with 8 feet of snow on the ground and wouldn't feel it.
Even if you're
She'd
a
actually be
ghost,
stronger.
can I interject and say?
You can, you're out there.
Can I say
Yeah, we're all,
even,
like,
if
right
even though
here.
you're a ghost, you would still not get cold, even being butt naked.
I mean, her
Wait, are you
race
asking
will-
if she was a ghost that she would get cold, or if
No.
because she's a ghost she wouldn't get cold?
No, I was saying even even though you're a ghost, if you were alive, you wouldn't get cold.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And even I'm not the fine line between I'm what you call a ghost is not what I really am. I'm more. She like moves her hands up in the motion. She's like, you know how like people do the scale where they're like you're up here, there, and this, and they go from their hand goes all the way to the top, and she's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the phase here, the realm of where you consider dead is kind of here, but that's not what is really dead. That's just where your being goes. And then she goes all the way down, and she's like, and this is the human world. In between this and the Fae is this giant area of where beings and gods exist, and creatures of the Fae exist. Death affects us, but death is just another door we go through.
So you're just a specter.
I do not a ghost.
You're a specter then.
Not a specter.
Incredible.
You're cool.
Yeah.
So you're like an invisible being. I'm gonna just say.
She's not. She's visible.
She's
So I guess
visible,
now
but
that the others
also
are
can
here,
be
I
invisible.
pass on the information I got from the
So
history
what,
and Arcana check.
So wait, so you're gonna tell me you're gonna pass on all the information you saw while she was naked of every single one of her tattoos. How are you gonna describe them to them? Because some of those she has clothes to cover them.
I already heard the explanation.
I know. I was saying to Natasha because he's gonna explain to Natasha, who wasn't there. So he's gonna have to explain things that he wouldn't know, that you wouldn't be able to see, because her clothes cover some of them.
And some of that shit would probably go over my head anyhow.
Let's see. No, I would say roll.
Like, are you gonna point to? I'm just like wondering if the turtle's gonna start to point parts of her body or not.
I'm gonna recite it from memory, from like what I remembered. So, do I have to roll anything like history or whatever for like remembering?
So you recite what you said. So what are you reciting exactly? Are you saying what the tattoos mean? What
Yeah.
she is? So you're gonna have to tell Natasha what tattoo you're describing, and then you're gonna have to, if it's one that's hidden, you're gonna kind of have to still point to it.
Her Hydra
'Cause-
tattoo, the one like around her stomach. Or
That
was
that
it a
one,
dragon?
it's a Hydra, and the head's
Uh-oh.
the back of the Hydra is actually on her back of her back behind her stomach, and then the heads wrap around her stomach, and then the Fey warrior of her depiction of herself is in the center of her stomach, fighting not 4 Hydra heads.
Oh, all right. And I guess like I get up on my tippy toes, like, and like lift up the. Oh wait, no, I don't think she's wearing a cloak, is she?
She's wearing her cloak. You'd have to actually open the cloak. That's why I said most of these are actually covered with her cloak on.
I don't
Alright,
think she's gonna
then,
find
like,
this very pleasant.
I
Though.
guess I probably have to roll a charisma check to like ask her to like, okay, I'm gonna be lifting up your cloak a bit, if you please.
I know how this is not going to sound prepared. I just want to, like, expose your cloak to everyone to see real quick.
Babe, if I
your
didn't know you
tattoos.
personally, I would think this is so out there.
It is out there. He's got to do it, though, if he wants to describe some of the things to it. And even then, he can't describe all of them because her bra covers it. Well, it's not really a bra. It's more of, like, a satch that, like, holds her chest to get tight.
Or bandages or something.
No, not bandages. It's actually like a piece of leather hide that she ripped off
Oh
of
wow,
a beast.
that's an interesting way to hold up your breast.
17.
It's what you did back then. She's a barbarian. She technically doesn't need clothes. She just wears clothes out of necessity. And then you wouldn't see where the Hydra's ends, and you wouldn't see the world serpent that wraps around her left leg because of the pelt she wears around her hips. You would only see the tail of the world serpent. Yeah, go roll for charisma to see if you can talk. I'm gonna have to say it with disadvantage since technically you're asking to expose like
Yeah.
I'm just so
Okay,
shocked to hear this
17.
coming from him.
Oh,
I was shocked that this
17
was.
and 15.
Which is, okay. She kind of looks at you. I'm trying to think of how this is not going to end badly for Turtle.
Have her lift it up herself.
That's what I was thinking. I think I'm just going to have her open it. She's like, why do you want my cloak open? She kind of asked you a little confused.
Oh, he's like, oh, so I can explain to the other party members the meanings behind your tattoos, if it's all right with you.
If they don't understand it themselves, then you shouldn't have to explain it. These markings are beyond them if it's beyond them. And she like opens her cloak and shows them. If you don't understand them, then you have no right to know what they
True.
mean.
Make her roll perception for it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll perception and a history check. You're gonna roll perception to see what tattoos you can. You got to roll a perception check to see if you can see them, and then you got to roll a history check to see if you know what they mean.
What's a history check?
So if you go on the D&D thing, let me pull it up real quick because I didn't think I needed it real quick. You're gonna go, and then below your stats where it has your like wisdom, strength, and all that, you're gonna have your charisma, constitution. Hold up, let me find it.
I'll roll it for you if you want.
Please do, because I have no
Isn't
idea.
it?
What's your history pluses and stuff?
I don't even think she knows how to find that. Hold on, let me find that.
I'm just gonna roll a d20.
I just say just roll natural d20.
Roll a natural 20.
Where's all this crap coming from
Wow.
about history?
You're so lucky. I rolled an 18 for you.
Okay, so is that for her perception or
No,
what?
I
For her
already rolled my
history check.
perception.
What's your perception then? Because I need to know how much. Okay, so from the ones you can see, you cannot see the ones on her at all on her right arm because she has them out. Like she presented her cloak like this, like you know how like people would flash you.
Yes.
That's the best way to describe it.
I'll
so you won't
my
see.
head into my shell so that way like I wouldn't be peeping at her.
What are you talking about? She's clothed. It's not like she's bare naked under it.
I know, but still, I wouldn't want to like watch her like.
You were just naked in the tub with this girl. I really don't understand like what.
It's like he's half
How-
shy and then
Yeah,
half
true.
pervy.
I'm saying you were naked in the tub with her and you were fine with that, and she's clothed. What is she sexier when she's got her clothes on for you or something?
No.
Okay. So you don't see the ones at all on her arms. And you can only faintly get the one on her chest because the hide that covers it and binds it to hold it covers most of it. All you can make up is "I am the storm."
Ooh.
By her chest you see the 4 Hydra heads, and you see a small depiction of a Fey warrior that looks strikingly similar to her fighting them.
All true warriors strive for. Hello. I'm
Okay.
back. I am.
So and you can't see the world serpent. You can only see the tip of the world serpent,
Oh.
but you don't know what it fully means. And on her right leg, you don't see what it is.
Okay.
Does she have any booby tattoos?
She does,
kill
but
him?
her
Can I kill
braw's
him?
covered
Can I
in. She does.
Come on.
Also, Wyatt, look at your DMs.
Why?
Alright, I guess I'll ask Asterix to like turn around so I could show them about like her back tattoo.
She'd have to take off her cloak for
I
that.
was gonna say she has to take that off.
Yeah, that thing's massive.
And not sound creepy while saying it.
Yeah, roll another charisma. You're kind of asking her to like undress at this point. And you got roll disadvantage.
Yeah, probably hold off on that till we get inside to somewhere private or something.
I mean, you're just asking her cloak off. That's it. It's just the thing is that you gotta not sound creepy while asking her to remove an article of clothing.
Oh, wait.
Charisma, right?
Fucking. Jay,
Huh? What?
16.
did you know the guy that voiced Sasuke's brother also voiced Popo? Japanese voice actor?
Popo?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that's
Okay,
sick.
well,
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's her response, Julian. I had to think of all the ones who did it.
What?
It's a secret. He asked her via mind link, so that's whispered conversation. So you roll a 17. So how are you gonna? So you can now ask her to do it, but how are you gonna ask her to do this one without sounding really creepily?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Could you please turn around? I want to explain to the party members about your back tattoo.
You just still have to ask her to remove the cloak, though.
And to remove the cloak, if it's all right
Okay.
with you.
She turns around and she actually throws the cloak on you, and it kind of like covers you completely. So roll another perception, another history throw, Natasha.
Oh, damn it.
I just feel bad for this turtle. He's like kind of blind. The cloak would actually like completely cover him.
16,
I mean, I've
but
already
what's the
seen
history
it like
throw
from
again?
yesterday's session, so I already know what it means.
Oh, I'll roll it for you.
I'm sorry, I'm so stupid. You're gonna have to show me that later, Wyatt.
You
Jalen.
rolled a 3.
Oh, so that really
Wow.
sucks. So I see,
So-
but know
Don't you
nothing
have like
about
a
it.
physical character sheet to use, like in an emergency or something, in case the app goes down?
No,
Yeah,
I signed in on
yeah.
the PC, and that's where I can look at it. But I don't know where everything is.
Way.
What about your
way-
phone
way-
version?
The phone
Here
version
we
is
go.
still
Here we
down.
go. Here we go.
Really? I'm using it for my dice rolls.
Peanut
Like,
butter.
Yeah, I'm using it right now.
It's broken on
So
my
what's
phone.
your perception? What's your perception one right now?
Motherfucker. Hey, my Bard College is not fucking working right now in the character sheet. I am furious.
You might have to uninstall and wait, no, you're doing it online.
Do it on Chrome.
I know.
Restart your Good Gmail account.
You can make a new Gmail.
Yeah.
Alright, so you do see them. You see on both of her palms in the shape of like, the ovally shape for the eyes, like how the eyes naturally form into football shapes. You see that crossed around a circle in the middle, and you see two great axes on each of her back of her hands.
Cool.
You don't see her palms, so you don't see what's on her palms. You see the wind markings. Well, you see what you assume, because you don't know what they mean all the way. You just see the wind. You see the tree that makes it look like it's fall. On her left, trying to remember what I said for her left arm. Her left arms, you see the lightning bolt that curves all the way around and wraps all the way in a circle, going around all her arm to her bicep to her forearm. And then you see a river, and then you can't see. You see the back of the Hydra where the heads are stemming from, but that's all you can see. You can't see the world serpent or what's on her right leg, and you have no idea what they mean.
Wow, this shit looks really cool. Did it hurt?
That's the question, alright.
That is a question.
That sounds so disrespectful.
She looks at you like you kind of insulted her.
I know nothing of your species either, so it's... I'm literally laughing it off.
That's a bad idea.
Jalen, are you close? Who's the closest one with a sword near her?
I think I have a sword. Or I have a dagger.
That'll work.
What?
like,
Jalen, do you have do you have one of those useless daggers you had last time?
What, you
Yeah.
didn't
Since
hit
you have
me
an
with
extra?
it, you fucker?
Oh, I just
Hand
killed
it.
her?
She asked for it.
Why don't we make Natasha defend herself?
No, it's not. It's not. She's gonna prove like how tough she is, but she's not gonna hit Natasha.
Oh, she's not gonna hit me?
Alright,
thought
I
that's what the
have
whole
a
point
worthless
was.
dagger I can use, yes.
Okay. She asks you for that, and she says, "May I see it?"
Alright, I'll cough up the dagger. I need to figure out how to equip my magic daggers that I got though.
Okay.
That scared
She
me.
takes it. She rolls up her like hide sleeve, all the way up, and she stabs herself in the bicep, completely cutting her own bicep all the way. You see her blood bleed, and she actually breaks the tip of the dagger off and gives him the other half of the dagger, and then slowly rips the blade out.
Oh.
That didn't even hurt.
Thank you?
I cover my face in horror. Like, oh my god.
That's but a scratch. And as she removes the actual tip, you actually see the lightning tattoo, because it was her left bicep, actually wraps back around and heals it.
You know, Barbarian, it's vertical for attention, it's horizontal for results.
And it's broken teeth for you. If you don't
She flings the broken, fragmented pieces of the braid at him, but only the blunt side, so it doesn't hurt him.
Oh my
gotta
god.
watch yourself, man.
That looks. Oh.
Like I said, she's a barbarian. She does not feel pain, and if she does, she powers through pain. That's all they're about.
Those are some sick tats. When did you get them?
You're gonna get killed.
I'm fine with this.
I am very stupid.
Roll a charisma throw, and then roll a
charisma
dex
saving throw.
Yeah, it is a charisma saving throw with disadvantage since she has intimidating
I already
presence.
had disadvantage. I have a -1.
Well, that's not disadvantage. That's not disadvantage.
Disadvantage
Disadvantage.
rolling 2 die and taking the lower number.
Yeah. That's just your modifier.
I did a 13.
For both of them, or just one die?
No, for my lower one.
All right. She looks at you.
Yeah.
Do you know what they mean?
Sadly, no.
Then I will not tell you. I will tell the turtle, and I will tell the one who keeps my coin. But I will not tell you.
I don't know what they mean.
It's my fault?
You gave me a bad roll.
Wait, Natasha, you have no one to blame. You wouldn't even be able to roll. He gave you a great roll at the start, and it's just pure coincidence he had a bad roll a second time. So don't blame anyone but yourself that you couldn't find history
I don't know
checks.
what the history is.
Exactly, you have no one to blame but yourself.
We didn't exactly go through this thing with me knowing everything, okay?
I asked you when you were making a character if you had any, and I've said this multiple times, if you had any questions, any things you needed to ask, and that you knew what your thing was.
What? How would I know anything about the history thing? I didn't even know where it was.
That's why I'm saying you could have asked me at any point in time. It's on you. I can only give you so many tools. You have to go and use them.
And you forget I am stupid.
I know, but you can't blame other people for your own flaws.
I know, I'm sorry.
Alright, so, she kind of, like, picks up the cloak from the turtle, as it had been just, like, draped over him, like, thrown off, puts it on, and gives the turtle 12 platinum. I think I forgot to give you this yesterday.
Wait, what? Why does he get 12 platinum?
I actually did forget to give him 12 platinum yesterday. He was supposed to get some. Because I had it mapped out that each one of you, based on your investigation, would get 12 or 22 platinum. He rolled, and I forgot to say when I gave him the magic range, he was also supposed to get platinum.
Can I roll for charisma to tell the barbarian a funny joke?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
You gotta roll a 20.
You have to roll at disadvantage though, because she's a winter. She's for one, she has intimidating presence. For two, she's a winter eldarin, so their version of jokes are pretty stagnant and stiff.
You missed the best
so
joke
it's very
ever,
actually
though.
hard. So it's hard to actually get her to laugh. The only time you've actually ever seen her laugh is when the turtle said she would get cold.
Yes, you missed it. It was amazing.
Oh,
Even then, that was unintentional. So.
I got an unnatural 18.
So what's the joke you're gonna say that's gonna try to make her laugh?
Shit, I didn't get. Wait 1 second.
I didn't. I just wanted to attempt. I didn't think I'd succeed the attempt.
I never thought I'd get there.
I never thought I would get this far.
Yeah. Wait 1 second. I got a joke book.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you pull out dad joke books? What is this? 2007?
I wrote that in the material. Why did the warrior drop its dagger?
Warriors don't use daggers.
Ooh, it's gonna be one of those jokes.
I think. Fuck off. James was supposed to feed me a joke there. He dropped it. He dropped the ball big time. I'm be serious, guys. I'm getting a new writer. Okay, here's the actual joke. Why can't you explain puns to kleptomaniacs?
I don't know the answer to that one.
They always take things literally.
She kind of chuckles a bit.
They always take things, like, literally they take things.
She kind of chuckles a bit, but she doesn't laugh as, like, boastfully as she was when the turtle said, like, her laugh when she actually laughed when the turtle said she would get cold was actually so loud, it was, like, very boastful, and you actually heard it, and that's how you woke up, Aiden. No, not hyena laugh. Boastful is different. Hyena is more of a, like, Natasha laugh, where you just keep laughing and it gets higher and higher. Hers is, like, loud and booming.
Oh, thank you for complimenting my laugh.
No, I wasn't complimenting your laugh. I was trying to explain it because that's how it is. Hyena laughed is you just keep laughing and laughing. Hers was more like a common. What's up?
Right, I need to get some shit done.
Yep.
I need to find someone who has identify.
We need identify. We need to find out our weapons that we found.
You'll have to find the goblin. She's the only one that can identify.
What happened to the goblin? I thought you guys were
She
looking
went
for her
north.
yesterday.
She went north.
She went north. Well, without everyone here, we can't exactly go north, can we?
For someone that's
Joe can
recording
catch
all
up to
these,
us.
like, I'm with you. We've had to explain what's going on a couple different times, like.
Well, I'm sorry.
I know.
I can't stay up as late as you guys
I know.
can.
Well, no, when she went north, you were here for that.
Yeah, you were
here.
I didn't hear that.
Oh.
I'll have to look
That was
back at the
literally what
video.
happened after the fight. Immediately after they got that piece of information.
I was not paying attention that well then.
We can tell. Don't worry, we pieced that part. I don't think we had a roll for investigation to figure that out.
Sorry, hold on. Let me just roll my d20 with a triple advantage.
Well, I'm
Honest to
sorry.
God.
After about 10:30, I'm usually half out of it.
All right, we got 19 minutes left. Let's make them count.
19 minutes for her to retain any information. I got it.
Listen, this is a call out post at D&D Beyond. I purchased a fucking. I'll tell you what. This is actually
you
this is only
logged
this is only the second hardest I've gotten scammed by a college buying the fucking college of whatever and not getting it out of here.
Okay. All right. So, So, Jalen, are you gonna mind link say who do you know to identify?
No, I just need to know someone who has identify.
No, are you saying it to the party? Because there's one thing
Yeah, I'm
I
saying it
can
to
do.
the party.
Barbarian waits a bit.
All right,
I
I
can
asked the
decipher.
barbarian.
What? Oh, well, I was gonna say she waits and then she said something.
Okay.
I might be able to help you with that.
It would be much appreciated.
What do you need to identify? Oh, and I'm sorry I broke your dagger.
I don't care. You gave me a better one anyway. Speaking of daggers, I need the daggers you gave me identified, and I need the cloak identified.
Okay, so you're gonna give it to her. So for one, she actually puts you guys back in the inn in one of the rooms that you had rented, so that way it's not out in the open that you are using magic items that you are giving her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm going to text you the stats on the cloak before I say them real quick. Okay, so that's the cloak. Is it just the two that you just got two daggers, right? Two magic daggers.
Two magical daggers and a cloak.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Let
all I
me
care
find.
about.
I'm finding the notes real quick about what I had for the magic daggers. Give me a second.
I went already. No, Mama didn't go. When? That was supposed to be on fishing. But you didn't talk to them.
So that's the cloak stats.
Yeah, she did, but you didn't feel good either. Oh,
I got to separate these daggers real quick.
Holy fuck! How do I equip it?
Hold up.
now you think Mama here? Hello. No. Hello. Sí, pues déjalo.
Those are your two daggers. So she tells you the cloak. The cloak makes you more aware, and the cloak allows you to move again. The one dagger, this one can dispel magic. This one can use fire.
Okay.
How dispel magic works is you either have to hit it, or you have to be in so many range if it's a weapon that can do that, and you can do it, but you still have to use it as an action.
Okay. Does the second dash, what does that count? Is it just like added onto my bonus action or my bonus dash or whatever?
Yeah, so if you roll a natural 20 and it cannot be a plus, it has to be an exact natural on stealth. You can use dash and then you can dash again. So it basically resets your dash. But you can only use your dash as your bonus action that turn.
Okay.
Is that all you give her?
That's all I needed to see. How? Oh, an advantage on. Okay.
Yeah, you have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
How heavy is it?
It's a cloak, so it's light armor. So it'll only be
how
like
much
5
that weigh
pounds.
usually? 5?
Like
Okay.
5 or 3 pounds. 5's pushing it, but since you're so tall, I would say it's 5. Just since you're like pretty tall.
What's cost? Oh, is there something that says cost override? Do I just leave that alone?
Just leave that alone. Unless you
What
want
is
to
the
sell a
cloak?
cloak. What's
Okay.
up?
What does it look like?
It is. Well, what's your current outfit appeal right now? Because since it's a magic cloak, it fits whatever color you want it to be.
I mean, white, purple, and yellow.
What?
That's the current thing I have going
So
on.
do you put it on after she gives it to you?
Yes.
So as you put it on, the hood becomes white, and then right where it would wrap around to your neck to be on for the cloak is purple wrapped around with gold interweaving bands. As the rest of the cloak goes down with white, and then the outline to emphasize where the cloak ends is purple lines.
That's clean as fuck.
Anyone else got anything for the barbarian to decode?
I do.
I have shit. Let me check what I got.
You have shit and shit and shit? Alright, well, I had to tell you have all shit.
I have the short sword that tears, and the two-handed crossbow.
It's not a two-handed cross. Oh, yeah, it's a heavy crossbow. That's right. Two-handed. Alright, so that one, I know the crossbow off the top of my head because I know exactly when I want it. So I will tell you that as I go to find you in DMs for like 2 seconds.
Wait, Can I? How do I make these daggers like actually do things?
What do you mean?
Like give them like damage values and stuff, or can I not do that? Do I just have to remember?
You have to remember because neither you or me are premium D&D Beyond memberships right now. So I
Okay.
can't custom make weapons. So they're just normal deck. Just make sure you select magic daggers. You should be able to select that.
Nope.
Wait. So you said there's something? So you said I can make magic daggers.
Yeah, you should be able to add magic daggers at base. Alright, so big boss. The
Dagger.
crossbow on a natural 20 to attack for armor hit. You can fire the crossbow twice. It shoots 2 bolts.
Okay, so it's. I'll put this down. Heavy.
I'm also typing them to you.
Oh, you're just typing it to me. Oh, yeah, that perfect. Thank you. Let's copy and
That's
paste
why
it.
I was pausing.
I'm confused. I don't know how to edit the things. Oh wait, here we go. Magical.
And then what were they? The sword that tears?
Yeah.
Okay, so the tearing sword applies bleed and counts as bludgeoning, not slashing.
Okay.
If it applies bleed though, it counts as slashing, since it's not designed to cut.
Okay.
It's on, so it's on an 18 or higher roll, natural 18 or higher, not plus or anything. It has to be natural. Let me just edit that real quick, so that way when you look back at it, it's not like confusing. You roll a d4 to see if how much bleed you apply.
Okay.
Alright, anyone else got anything? That was all you had, right? The sword, the crossbow.
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay, Natasha, what do you got?
It was a staff.
What did I describe the staff as I got it to you? Because I have 3 staffs that you guys could possibly get.
Shit.
Does anyone remember?
I think you said it looked like turtles, but the gem was more like refined. And it looked like Natasha's, but the gem was more refined. And instead of the leaves, it had something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that one was my staff.
Yeah.
Like it was like woven from a great druid tree or something for hers.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay. I said the Tree of Life on the hills of Sword Coast, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's it. All right. I just needed to make sure if it was the tree, because the Tree of Life is turtles, because it gives them HP. I know she's got the oldest tree one. So staff. Make sure you pin this in your DM when I send this to you, Natasha.
Okay.
So you remember. And Nat, I am typing the word Nat. It means the natural roll.
Okay.
So you know.
Yeah, because it has to be something for me to remember.
I didn't even sent it yet. You just pinned some random thing.
I pinned the thing about the short sword.
Okay.
I was pinning that shit so it wouldn't get lost.
I have to be so specific with how I word this. That way Natasha remembers this.
I'm gonna save it either way, so it's like.
I know, but if you're gonna look back at it, and if it's not worded the right way, you might think it's something different. So I'm being very specific with how I type this.
I'm sorry, I'm very stupid. Normally I'm not this stupid, but this shit is so complicated over my head.
It's not complicated. It's very, very simple. Okay, so on a natural 20 attack roll, if you have not moved that turn to attack a monster, your movement speed, you get an extra 10 movement to your speed, and it can use men to heal itself if it would break.
Okay.
Only the staff can use it. You can only use it on the staff itself, though.
Does the staff have a name, or is it just a staff?
You can name it.
You can name it. It has no current name. The barbarian would not know its name.
Alright.
It's only very few. Alright, Turtle, what do you have? What do you got? Give me all your shit. I'm gonna mug you.
I guess the staff I got from the Tree of Life and my 3 spellbooks.
3 rings, not spellbooks, right? Because
Yeah.
the spellbooks you would know. The rings are what you need.
Yeah, rings. 3 rings.
Okay, so as let me find you real quick. Staff from the Tree of Life in the Feyland. Tree of Life from the Fey. +4 temporary health
When equipped.
when equipped. You know that.
Yep. I have it written down in my notes.
Also, when you first cast a spell, it has to be the first time you go to use a spell. You have advantage on an attack.
Like,
So that
first
means
spell slot I use.
Whenever you first cast a spell, it has to be your first spell, and it has to use a spell slot. So it can't be a cantrip.
Yeah.
You have advantage on attack. And then I'm gonna type ring 1. Ring 1 is the ring of turn undead. So you can use the spell turn undead. 2 is you don't know a healing thing yet, right? Because if you do, I'll have to change it.
I guess like the Tree of Life, that's just like temporary.
No, like to heal other people.
No, I used all my potions on that. Like I used my
Yeah, I know. I was talking about spell wise. So for that, you have healing hands for your second ring. You can use. It's called the Ring of Healing.
Oh. Healing hands? I thought that was cleric exclusive spell or something.
As long if the spell is not, it is cleric exclusive. However, how magic rings work is you can imbue an innate thing because technically you don't know it to the ring, and it can use that.
Alright, so I guess I'll just call that one like Ring of Healing or something.
That's how if you're a
touch or healing word.
It's healing hands specifically. It's called healing hands.
Oh yeah, so it's like the touch one.
Yeah, you gotta touch him. But yeah. So if you have a spell, like if you have a ring that allows you to hold a spell, even if you don't have a use for any of them, and you have no magic innate properties, it's just you can only use it once per long rest, because it has to recharge.
Yeah, so I have to remember once per long rest I can like use healing.
That's the same with each of these rings, because you technically would not be able to know the spell.
Yeah.
I want to give you one that says Eldritch Flash just because it would be funny, but no.
Yeah, that'd
So
be too strong.
that would be too strong for a wizard to know, even if he can only use it once. Come on, type the word familiar. I might just... Alright. So choose an animal real quick.
All right. Crab.
Okay, that's now your familiar.
Oh, I got a familiar ring.
Yes, so how the
Oh,
familiar
that's
ring
cool.
works. How it works is for one, you have to pay 10 gold to summon it. And then you roll a d20 to see how much health it is.
Fucking microtransactions, dude.
That's all wizards are, I hate to tell you. In order to learn this spell, they have to pay 50 gold and wait 2 hours.
Wow.
And then they have to wait another 2... Then they have to wait another 2 hours. So that's to copy it to their spell book, and they have to wait another 2 hours so that way they can prepare it. So if their spell book gets lost or stolen or destroyed, so that way they can write it down in case anything happens to their spell book.
That's a terrible way to have a familiar.
Can you get it tattooed onto like their hand or some shit?
Yes, however, your tattoos can be mimed if someone cuts you.
That would actually be so clean, though. Like have a tattoo that's like your familiar's attached to your tattoo.
It'd be pretty cool.
That'd already be messed up with the Manticore messing up my shell.
It's like the Homer Simpson tattoo. Lenny White, Carl Black. You know?
Yeah. All right, so so those are your 3 rings.
Ring of Healing, the familiar one, and something else.
Ring of Turn Undead allows you to... That's another cleric spell, by the way. And I'm only giving it to you because, since most of you are low-key physical, you will fight a lot of undead, and the natural thing of this campaign is to fight undead.
Alright, bro, I already got my daggers, that's all I fucking
I know, but he doesn't.
I'm raping these things.
I know, but Turn Undead would make an undead turn away from you. You'd have to roll. I have to re-look up everything, but you roll to see if he succeeds. If he succeeds, it's past their armor thing. And no, they have to roll a saving throw. If they fail the saving throw, they won't attack you, and you can use it only on one. And that's the same thing, only once per day. Same thing with your familiar.
Like once per long rest.
Yeah, once per long rest.
So,
what's up?
Can you further explain what you can do with your familiars?
Anything. There's like almost no limit. You can, since you're a druid, and even if you're a wizard, you can have a familiar that you transfer your eyesight to for a bit, and your main body goes into a trance. You can see through them, so you can scout out battlefields. You can have them follow people. You can have them attack.
On that shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with the familiars, and you're the familiar class, which is funny.
I know.
That's literally your entire class is familiars for days.
I didn't know any shit.
I don't know if like Dragon's Breath is Warlock or Sorcerer exclusive though.
Dragon's Breath?
Yeah.
I think is Warlock.
Yeah, it's like meta magic or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's not actually Warlock. It's Sorcerer. Because it's a sorcerer, and your parent had to be a dragon.
Oh yeah.
Which basically means whatever your dad or your mom was a bard and had sex with a dragon.
Yeah, but don't you get to choose like what element it is?
No. That's up to the DM's privilege.
Oh yeah.
Unless you want to roll for charisma right now, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that'd be too strong.
I'm surprised the ghost even, I guess, I'm gonna start calling her by her actual name. I'm surprised Asterix even let them, what's it called? Identify the item.
What do you mean?
Like, because some people haven't proven themselves.
She did it out of necessity, so she doesn't have to save them again.
Mm.
Because so how she believes is complete trial by combat. However, she's not stupid in the fact that some people are innately worse at combat and are only good based on what gear they have.
And supportive abilities.
Yes. So, and there would only be two that she wouldn't do it for in this whole group.
Let's see.
What is that supposed to mean?
Gonna leave that in this.
Have it on my notes.
Two of you to her haven't proven yourselves at all. And only
Okay,
two of
who
you
and
have.
who?
And who's that supposed
You'd have to ask Asterix that. You'd have to ask Asterix.
Oh, how
Alright.
embarrassing.
Which one of us of the party has not been proven worthy?
You gotta word it better because now you know information. Your character knows information you shouldn't. Because technically, Jalen asked that to Mind Link. So
Oh yeah.
I'm
that's
keeping
true.
my mouth shut, not to not be redundant.
All right. How about in your
You
eyes,
could-
which
Mhm.
one has proven themselves worthy in battle?
roll a charisma check with disadvantage, and the only reason you have to roll with disadvantage is because she has intimidating presence.
Of course
Yeah, I
she
figured
does.
she was still
Well, that's a barbarian natural stat. It's so that way the barbarian can be the frontline soldier and be a wall for the rest of the party.
Apparently
First
a
one,
wall against
18.
conversations too.
Second one.
I mean,
wow.
would you be intimidated
really
if you were
close.
about to ask this thing?
18 and
like,
19. So
Ooh.
like
Okay.
18.
Okay. Wow. The ghost. All right. So she looks at you for a bit, and since you can feel, since you kind of have somewhat proven yourself to her, that she will answer your question. She points to both you and Jalen and says, "You, little friend, have proven yourself, and you have made sure I stay alive with the keeping my coins safe. So you two have." And she points to Aiden and Natasha. Neither of you have proven worthy. Aiden, she hold on before you say anything. She points to Aiden. She kind of does like the so hand for a bit. You've almost done it, but
I'll take it.
a little more work.
I'll take it. That's fine.
She doesn't do that for the
He's
druid though.
looking
She doesn't do that to druid though. She completely says you have not proven yourself in the slightest to her.
Oh, I knew it.
What was that?
I said I knew it.
Yeah, she actually completely respected the turtle for using his staff, throwing his staff and throwing the potion. That's actually how he earned so much respect from her.
I was dead.
Just because, like I said, she doesn't use magic a lot, but she's not stupid about magic, so she knows what it can do. And she knows what you need to cast magic.
Yeah. Well, I guess like I could use my arcane crystal. I could still use that like as a focus to cast magic with it, right?
No, you need something to channel. No, you need a staff. So how a staff works is you have the crystal that funnels it, and to transfer it to the crystal without breaking it, you actually have as an insulator, you have wood to capture it and capture your natural force. And the wood, sorry, not insulator, a conductor, and it magnifies it all the way up in a spiral to your gem, and then your gem magnifies it completely. So without that, you'd basically, and since it would have no focal points, and you'd just be bare holding it, it could go in any kind of direction.
Oh yeah.
Can I say something to her?
Yeah. I mean, you just gotta say it.
How does one be in your good graces?
I don't believe in good graces. I only believe in the pack of a warrior. And I only trust those who can stand themselves in battle. I will protect you all nonetheless. However, I won't respect you.
How does one earn respect?
She points to the turtle and she says, by going above and beyond, even when you know it means almost death.
Oh yeah, because I made myself a sitting duck by like throwing my staff.
You did more than that. You also threw the potion, which healed some of her hit points she did when she tanked the fireball that would have actually outright killed Natasha.
Oh yeah, that's true.
At this point, I wish I was dead. It's more embarrassing.
Oh, you were. You were.
I meant
No, she
literally
wasn't. She almost died twice. I saved her with the barbarian, and then the second time she got saved because the drow was forced to retreat because his army was
I
defeated.
thought I died 4 times.
We should
No,
have
you
killed
got
that dude
knocked.
before the army.
You got knocked. There's a difference. You almost completely died when you rolled in that one, and then you technically I technically should have let you completely died because technically it did way more than your natural health with burning hands. And instead, I had the barbarian has a reaction take all the hits.
No wonder I'm an embarrassment. She had to
That's
save
why
my
she
ass.
does. She had to save your ass twice.
That's why I'm an embarrassment.
It's gonna be hard for you to prove yourself.
Why?
I mean, if worse comes to
died.
worse, I can use my hands. Like, that's like actually a thing.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I was.
You would have disadvantage on all your attacks, and since you'd have to get so close because of how your wizard class works, you'd actually be at such a disadvantage to doing that it'd be way worse than not approaching.
Yeah, that makes sense because like I'm a wizard, we're better for spell casting than actually fighting.
Yeah, because
I mean-
most wizards are frail. They're not like so. In order to use your fist, like a barbarian or a monk, you actually have to be pretty naturally strong.
Because
having-
+1 to strength because my race.
That doesn't help. You need like +7 or +5.
Oh yeah.
The barbarian naturally, with all her stuff, has a +8 to his strength. Not +8, sorry,
geez.
+7. +7 to strength, +7 to dexterity, and +7 to constitution.
Well, I think I'm only like a +7 intelligence, so I guess I only match her in brain.
Yeah, you actually do. You're one above her in brains, because hers is only a +6. Alright, so anyone want to say anything else? Now you're like in a little fudging chanting circle on the ground.
What does that mean?
Oh no, I guess I high five the barbarian and say, "We big brain people."
Anyone want to smoke?
I feel like drinking now. I'm so embarrassed.
I mean, the bars.
As you actually asked to drink, the barbarian moves her cloak a bit, and she's like, hold on. She pulls out a massive metal flask
Ooh.
that has seen a lot of wear and tear. It is scratched from high hell, and there's a Hydra claw mark on the tin of it, however, is not punctured. And there's a Hydra tooth embedded in it.
Damn.
This thing saved me more than once. She hands you it and says, drink up. That flask actually will never end of alcohol.
Oh,
It's a
fuck.
special flask.
Mind if I take a swig after?
No.
Wash it after you drink it, though. It might have some Hydra blood on it.
Should we wash it before we drink it?
Yeah, wash it before you drink it, because to her, she wouldn't be affected by that because of her natural innate race. And Hydra blood is poison.
I go wash it in the sink.
Can I use
Can I just do a constitution? Can I do a constitution saving throw for it?
It would be with disadvantage since you'd actually be ingesting it.
Oh.
Ah.
And Hydra blood is like one of the strongest kinds of poison you can actually take. Like, it will paralyze you completely for a whole day.
Oh, goody.
Too
With
bad you
my
aren't one
luck,
of
I'll
the
probably be dead the
poison
rest of
nuke
the
people.
day.
They could resist poison.
Yeah, it's because of how high she is, and our barbarian's natural trait is they resist poison.
Oh.
So it doesn't affect her, so she doesn't mind it.
Luckily, my constitution
What'd you
is
get for your
+2.
rolls?
What is that?
Huh?
What did you
I
say?
said, luckily, my constitution is +2.
That's Tasha. In order to pass a Hydra poison constitution, you need to roll a natural 20 or higher.
Oh, then I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh jeez.
Never mind.
And you're ingesting it, you'd have to roll with disadvantage.
Wash
You'd
it.
have
I
to.
give it to Aiden.
Yeah.
I refuse to drink because I know I will die.
Just wash it.
She says to wash it. It never ends with alcohol, so it's not like you're gonna get water in the alcohol. Sure, maybe the first drop or two, but it's infinitely ending.
Okay, I'll go wash it. I take it to the sink and wash it.
There's no sink. You have to go outside, and you have to go take outside, and you actually have to get a bucket of water from the stream.
Oh, really? That's
It's
cool.
medieval times. What, you think there's plumbing?
No, I'm stupid.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think they're advanced enough? It's not just
You guys
plumbing.
had an
They'd have to have a
inside bathhouse,
machine.
so what do you expect me to think? I wasn't there.
Yeah, the people bucketed water from the stream that they heated up with hot coals and dumped it in and took out the dirty
Exactly,
water
I
with
don't know this.
buckets.
I assume there's a bucket in the room anyway.
Oh, there wouldn't be. Wait, what kind of establishment do you think this is? Do you think this is a 5-star hotel where they give you one washing bucket?
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
The fact that they would have water
Let me
and
be
clean
stupid.
water in the establishment is like, you'd have to pay like 100 gold a night to stay there.
Let me be stupid. Fine, I'll go outside and wash it in the stream.
Okay, as you wash it, alcohol does pour out of it, and it kind of never stops.
Ugh.
Do you go back in the room?
Yes, I'll go back.
Please
in
tell
the
me you
room.
go back in the room. Alright, are you gonna drink it?
I guess I will, though I'm scared.
Okay, drink it. Roll Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. You won't get poisoned though, but this is to see how well you take the alcohol because it is pretty strong.
18.
With
With
disadvantage?
Disadvantage? Oh, fuck.
Yes,
That's a roll fucking
you're
2.
ingesting it.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't give you. I can't give
I
it.
fucking passed out. I rolled a 5.
As you drink like the first couple drops, you immediately become very intoxicated. It passes right through you like a lead ball dropping in water.
I turn to the barbarian and ask her what the fuck is in that thing.
Let me take a swig of it next.
So the barbarian, as your druid is now completely drunk for one, so that means you have disadvantage on all checks and all saving throws
Oh no.
for the next 3 hours.
You better take a short rest to get over that hangover.
Aiden, start rolling your constitution saving throws now.
Yeah, roll
Rolling
now.
very much, thank you
So
very much.
as
Is
she
it-
looks at,
is it
so she
disadvantage?
take, yes, with disadvantage, since you're ingesting it.
Wait, is it poison still?
It's
It's not poison. It's really strong alcohol, though.
It's
Like,
like
it's one of the-
95 proof alcohol.
No, it's 100 proof.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
You're actually
It's
gonna...
like we're drinking hand sanitizer. What the fuck?
Okay,
surprised I'm
85.
not
It's like
dead.
vodka then.
Sorry, it's like 80 or something. She looks at you and she says, "It is a brew from my homeland. Alcohol here tastes like shit. Tastes like piss from a horse."
I got 15.
Where's your home?
She comes from another world actually. The Fae is like she said before, the Fae is all around you. It's another world that transcends and it brushes up against your world.
It's pretty
That's
much
why
like
her
the
speech-
Force.
Is that why I can see you in the spirit realm?
You can see me in the spirit realm because my physical body has been destroyed originally.
Mm.
You roll a 15.
Yeah.
You need 2 more to pass it.
Fuck! Wait, so I'm completely fucked now?
You're not as fucked as Natasha, but it says similar as Natasha. You get intoxicated, but not completely. You're like half and half. It still feels like a lead ball dropping in your stomach from how thick it is.
Damn.
Alright, I talked to Asterix and say, would I be able to get the flask after Silver is done with it?
To drink it or have it? She won't give that up to have.
No, to hold it.
Oh yeah, you can hold it. She says, yeah, you can hold it.
Alright, I'll
Get
do a
drunk.
perception check to examine the flask and to look at the Hydra tooth.
It's not tooth, it's a claw. It's actually like a full embedded claw.
Oh, I thought you said tooth.
Sorry, it's claw.
He said tooth and claw.
Yeah, sorry, it's both. I have that on the notes. It's both. On the back side is the claw that's embedded in it, and then the front is tooth marks and one teeth.
Is it investigation or perception?
It's whatever you want, because they're very. They all. It's investigation, perception. Since technically he's not looking for something through rubble, it would be perception, since he's looking at it.
Alright, perception. Yeah.
It's just a normal d20 since you're not drunk, like the other two members of the party.
Yeah, thankfully I haven't drank it yet. I got 20 total.
20 total. Alright, so, as you look at it, this flask has ancient engravings and insignia on it, similar to the ones on her body. They're actually facing it. They mean, drink, a feast, cause for a celebration, or a time of pause to mourn on both sides. The Hydra tooth, you can tell that she actually had this on her side of her pouch when she was fighting the Hydra, and that she was almost eaten by it. And the claw is embedded in a way that she bashed the flask against its paw to get out of its mouth.
What's the? I turned to her and I asked her, "What's the hardest thing you've ever had to kill?"
I wouldn't say one thing, but I would say it would be a cave of black dragons.
What the? How many?
She looks and thinks for a bit. I would say 2 and 1 youngling.
How long did that take you?
Incredible. To fight 3 black dragons and live to tell the tale. Then
1
I hand
month.
it back to her.
1 month, 5. Well, a black dragon by itself is one of the hardest creatures in D&D to actually fight by yourself.
Except for clerics.
No, even cleric will have a difficult time to fight a black dragon. Even 2.
Isn't that what we're supposed to fight if one of us dies?
What?
Isn't that what we're supposed to fight if one of us dies?
No, not a black dragon, a werven. I'm not gonna make you fight a black dragon. Your asses will all be kicked. You're nowhere near to fight a black dragon. In order to attack it, you have to roll 20 plus. You have to literally roll a 23 plus to even hit its armor class.
Dang.
And it has a move that if it would fail a con save, it can negate that. Or if you're going to attack it, can negate that. And it can do that 3 times.
Wow.
Oh, crap. Yeah, we die.
Yeah, no, it is very strong. 1 whole month, and most of it was tracking it.
How long did it take you from start to finish of the battle?
From the battle? Since I was in a cave, I would say it was pretty hazy, but it felt like days, weeks. All I know is when I came out, it was the fall of the harvest. When I came in, it was a month before the fall of the harvest. And that is true. A barbarian can actually solo a black dragon, if you don't know.
Wow.
They're one of the few classes that can actually barehandedly, without any weapons, fist fight a black dragon to death.
So
She actually
fought that entire group of wraiths and flesh golem by herself, no difficulty, huh?
Can I ask a real
yeah,
life
because
question
technically
real
I'm
quick?
supposed to, for her damage, technically, since she's a level 20, I'm supposed to roll 20 d12 dice for every time she hits something. But I don't do that because that would be too strong. So I roll base to you guys' level. How many dice for damage for her? She actually... Oh, do you want to see my trophy from it?
I'm sorry, what?
I have the trophy. I ripped off its horn.
Let me take a gander.
She again goes back in the cloak and she's like, I know it was in here somewhere. On her side of her pouch, and if you actually notice the figure, it should be there. It's not. It doesn't look like that on the figure. It's the stupid, like, the gun horn on the figure. But she actually pulls off a, like, 10-inch, and then it curves up at the 10-inch and goes an extra 5 inches up. Corn that she had crafted from the black dragon she slayed. And from the markings, you can tell this black dragon was older than she was, so roughly 2,000 to 3,000 years old.
Did you enjoy the fight?
It tore my arm. She actually, like, moves her cloak, and similar to where her tattoos, because they do, the tattoos are actually like magic markings on her, so they actually move, and from her left shoulder all the way down and on her back is actually a massive claw mark, and there's 4 of them that go all the way down.
That's sick.
And as she puts it down, the marks kind of disappear because the tattoos cover them.
So is that a yes?
Yes, I enjoyed it. I bested him, he got me, and he broke one of my favorite swords. But we called it even. I killed this kid.
Fucking horn. Jeez.
This is actually before she got the 2 magic weapons she has now. So it did eat her sword, and she had to fight the rest of the fight with her fist.
3 dragons, man. What the fuck?
She killed the mom. Actually, she only killed the 2 with her fist, and the other she killed with her sword. And that was a special sword I had, and the DM got it broke because of that. And he only got mad at me because I told Natasha he was making the campaigns too easy, and then I was steamrolling it as a barbarian, so he had me fight like black dragons cut off in a corner, and I had to fight him, and he's like, "Oh, your sword breaks because I rolled so low." And I was like, "All right, I'll just use my bare fist. If you know how barbarian works, you just start hammering with your fucking fist."
Is that a barbarian or a monk for using fist?
Barbarian. You get bonus damage with your fist, and you're naturally one of the strongest classes in the game. And since you're enraged, you get a +3. And since you're still a barbarian, you roll a d12, which is one of the highest hit die you can even roll in the game.
Oh, geez. And what's the point of the monk?
The monk can block projectiles, though a barbarian can.
Oh, I thought it was dodge projectiles.
They can dodge or deflect. A barbarian just eats everything. A barbarian is literally a tank that just consumes all damage. Does anyone want to see the horn? Like, there's a lot more to this horn. She did, but does anyone want to investigate? You didn't rush for roll precision.
I'll investigate.
I guess I'll roll investigation then. To go, like, examine the horn.
Both roll investigation. I'll tell you each which one what it is. Oh, Turtle, also, don't touch any of the teeth or the claw. I will say on the flash.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, well, I already returned it back to her already.
Oh, you didn't drink it? Alright.
Can I ask a
Yeah,
question?
So you rolled a 20?
In real life?
Yeah.
What?
I just, like, examined it
This is
and
a
was like,
real life
oh, okay, here you
question
go.
for you guys. Have any of you guys ever actually drank?
What? You lagged so hard I couldn't hear you.
Have you guys actually drank in real life?
Yeah.
I
Never.
guess at a party, like 1 or 2,
I never
like not enough
drank
to get
before.
tipsy. I mean, like,
never
I guess
drank
I
to the
drank
point where I
convenient
should.
wine before, like, COVID, so I guess that counts.
Alright, it's fine. So,
So
16.
I actually
So,
don't know what a drunk
okay,
person would act like.
oh, you just, alright, so let me tell you, you just act pretty tipsy. You kind of slur your words, and you kind of don't exactly know where you are in the current moment. You still know where you are, but you kind of don't at the same time. It's very weird.
And your motor skills are, like, really
Imagine,
crap.
imagine you have like dementia.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like that. And whatever you do, don't go to sleep while you're drunk. That's a bad thing. Never do that.
He passed out while he was drunk?
Nah, trust me, sleeping.
No, the goblin kicked him awake. If you don't remember
I
that.
don't remember that then.
Bro,
Yeah,
wouldn't that feel really good though? Like you're super tired. Like
No, because if you go to sleep while you're drunk, and if you're really intoxicated, and your body hasn't handled the alcohol. When you go to sleep, technically your body's not working at full motor functions already. Your body will not break down the alcohol, and it will just build up in your system and kill you. Sometimes.
Then someone better
The-
throw my ass through a window to keep my ass awake.
I mean, the barbarian can just slap you.
I'd rather go through a
You
window,
will die.
thank you. It would hurt less.
I mean, Jalen, you've been smacked by the barbarian. You can explain to the class how it felt. She shattered the rock behind you, but you got slapped.
I guess I
Wait,
got
I did?
backpatched
Yeah.
very hard.
So to get you out of the shock when you fought the manticore,
Oh,
she actually
yeah.
full on slapped you.
I'd rather be thrown through a
Mhm.
window.
Didn't I take damage from that too?
You took 1 point, and that was very, very generous that you did not take more.
Yeah.
I got a 16 for
Okay, so
investigation.
as you can see, the horn has been modified in some way, and it actually is modified to be blown into. And it has magic fey runes marked all around it that she has carved in the horn.
How
You
did
can-
you carve the horn?
And wait, hold on, I gotta do Jalen's. That was just Turtle. Jalen, since you rolled so high, you can actually see that this horn she used to rally her troops when she was alive, and this was her battle horn that she would shout when she went in the battle after she bested the black dragon.
I can't see shit.
Natasha's just in the corner, like moving her hand in front of her face, trying to be like, "Whoa."
Personally, like pecking at her head.
She's-
Wait.
Drunk than when Aiden was drunk.
Also,
I'm sorry.
Out of character, real quick. How much XP did I get from the Manticore fight again? Wasn't it like 800?
It was 700 for the Manticore, and you and Joe got an extra 300 because you killed the Wraith with the Barbarian.
All right, I gotta, and then I got so we got
16,600.
900 from that. Oh, that is
No,
that's the
no, you
total
got
that we-
you got 1,000 from the Manticore fight, and then in total from the last fight you got 16,600.
Okay,
so in total
I should
that's
have
17,600. Yep.
All right, let me change that, make sure, because I couldn't forget or I couldn't remember. 17,600.
Okay.
Apply changes.
Oh,
All right,
Turtle, when you held the flask, where'd you actually hold the flask? Because I wanted to see if you got to see what was on the bottom.
keistered it.
I held it like from the sides to like examine it from all angles.
Okay. Oh, so sorry. This is my bad. On the bottom of the flask, it actually reads, "May this protect you, and may you not get too drunk." And it is signed. And it is signed. Hold up. Elizabeth Horcrux Veradit the second.
Are we supposed to know who that is?
No, you would not know. Because you have not figured that out yet. You can roll for Turtle can roll for history to see if he knows it.
Alright, I have pretty high history,
also,
so I
real life
probably get it.
point. I cannot find that history thing
History.
for the life of me. I looked everywhere.
it's okay. You're not rolling it.
I know.
so
I'm
we'll
just
figure it out
pointing
later.
that out. The next time we do a history thing, I cannot find it.
Well, you would not know it because you did not investigate the flash.
I'm just saying. The next time we have
22
to do a
total
history roll,
history.
I will not.
Okay,
know
so
where it is.
22 history. Since you rolled high enough, I will give it to you. However, it is very out there because this is going back a whole 3 generations in the current ruling party.
Mhm.
This is actually her mother's flask given to her by her father gave to her mother that she holds dearly
Ooh.
to her. It was the last thing her mother gave to her before she was slain. And this flask has protected her more than once. That's why it's all dinged up and it has several claw marks and bites on it.
This flask is impressive to have lasted 3 generations without being destroyed completely. Before I hand it back to her.
The fuck
It was actually much nicer before I had my hands on it. You can see where the gold used to be.
She destroyed the hell out of it.
What's it made out of?
It's made out of a special silver. It used to have gold linings on it. However, it's made from a special silver that only comes from the Feylands. However, as you can see, it does not hold against many beasts.
I mean, seems to hold up well enough for you to fucking have a tooth in it.
Ah, that. Well, I had to get out of its mouth somehow.
You boozed it up until it got so drunk that you could climb out of its mouth.
No. It had my sword in its throat, and I decided to use the flask as a blunt object to bash its mouth to pieces.
Oh, goddamn. How many heads does the Hydra have? At the end.
Four, because it's got it on her tattoo. She has the 4 heads. It's actually the fight she had. That's what her stomach tattoo is. It's her fighting the Hydra.
That's clear.
That is her most fight. That's her most favorite fight of all time.
I see.
Dragons are a close second, but the Hydra is more.
All right, I have one more question for her, so we can move on.
Yes.
Does her little oath to the witch, can she tell where she is from the magic place on the coin?
She should have given you the exact directions to where she is.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the map shows where she is.
Yeah, the map shows where she is, and that's actually where you're heading. It's to the town you're heading, but
To the north?
Yeah, to the north.
Oh, pog. Okay. Ooh! Never mind, I lied. I do have one more thing I'd like her to check. Speaking of
What's
maps, I got a map from the rubble, I believe. In what's it called?
Did. You got half burnt map.
Want to see if she can identify it in any way.
Okay, I'm gonna have to extra roll history for her, see if she knows what it is. Alright, that is good old 18s. That I don't even need my modifier. That's a definite pass. Alright. So do you give her the map?
Yes.
She looks at it. Where'd you get this?
What's left of the goblin shop?
Who's the goblin? Which goblin? Not because remember, her memory of people is not that much. She doesn't care unless they're warriors to her.
Oh, the one that our friend the bard over here is infatuated with.
She should not have this map.
What's so special about it?
It's where I buried an item so powerful I deemed it too powerful, too great, and too corruptive for any man, woman, or even elf to use.
Oh, so she went grave robbing.
Dun.
She did. It should have been in my tomb.
Oh, so she grave robbed your tomb to steal a weapon.
Tasha, you're like drunk. You're like very incoherent of what's going on at the moment. You can't kind of.
You're like drunk babbling.
Drunk babbling.
Yeah,
I'm very listening, but I'm very stupidly drunk.
Your friend has made a grave error today.
Who?
The goblin.
Oh, well, you know.
I mean, he's drunk too, but like to a lesser extent.
She didn't know that it was bad to have the map, and to be honest, what kind of item are we talking about here?
She robbed Asterix's grave.
Oh, wait, no, did she say it got dug up, or did she say just had the map?
She said it was in her
body. In her
tomb.
Oh,
she
damn.
buried the map with her.
That's a little awkward. Maybe she had good reason.
It's a boner killer.
Not for
Who
him.
has good reason
I
to
could think of a
pull up
couple. I could think of a couple good scenarios to have to dig up.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Who had good enough reason to go into one of the most secure areas in the entire Sword Coast Kingdom to dig up the ex-queen's grave too,
Exactly.
and go into the monolith that's heavily guarded by around, I'd say, 8 of my ex-best soldiers.
Maybe
That's
it
grounds
was
for execution right there.
funny.
What did you
I
say?
said it's
Maybe
No, what Aiden said. I heard you, Natasha.
it was funny at the time.
Maybe it'll be funny
To
when
burglarize and vandalize.
uh,
She gets a little. She leans forward. She's actually like clenching a fist
she gonna punch
at
you,
this
fucker.
moment. She's holding her left hand over it, so she doesn't actually. She's not gonna hit you, but she's very angry. To break one of the sacred rites of death that I had left is something I am almost certain should not have any reason to do unless she knew of the map.
My question still stands. What kind of item are we talking about?
Roll charisma with disadvantage.
Cause you're drunk.
Ooh.
No,
And,
because she's
intimidation.
intimidating presence and she does not want to say what it is.
21.
Fuck off.
Oh man.
Well, he's a bard. That's to be expected. Something that would make one of you so power hungry you would kill every single one of us here if you had it to keep it for yourself.
I've got bad news. I'm be real with you. I think 2 people here, including me, are already at that stage. But that seems like a pretty cool thing to have.
For one, I could not even trust myself with it. Do you think you can trust yourself with it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's right. An artifact that powerful should be laid to rest with her.
Get the.
The artifact is not laid with her. The map was laid with her. She buried it
She should have
somewhere.
burned the map.
We should return the map to its original place.
Or
with her.
burn it.
Burn it. Burn it.
Or maybe we take a look, see what this thing is.
Unless she
Because
already
that was a
got
very
it.
vague answer.
I asked her what she wanted to do with the map.
She actually has already frozen the map. It's like still in her left hand, but it's frozen. Like ice has completely encumbered the whole map.
Yay.
I want to destroy it like I should have done. Apparently people don't respect the rights of the dead anymore.
I guess she started glaring at you.
Yeah, she's glaring at Aiden.
I say we veto this shit. I listen. Think about what could be on this. Tell it. Can you give me more info? Because it seems like something that would have terrible repercussions if I got my hands on it. But now you got my curiosity stroked, and you got to give me a little payoff here.
Some questions
More like your
of the
ego's
universe
getting
and some questions of the universe and the world were meant to never be solved. This is one that I should have never solved.
Real cool and vague sounding. Don't care though, because that gives me fucking zero info.
If you want to know, you'll have to kill me.
Have fun with that.
I swore to take this. I swore to take this to my grave, and now I have to kill someone who knows where it is.
Have fun dying.
No, she means the goblin.
I know. I was talking about Aiden wanting it so badly.
Man, fuck that shit. Listen, you're gonna go and murder someone just because they had a map of some shit that you buried like decades ago?
I've killed someone for less.
Possibly.
I can argue, so have we, but still, that's it's fucking dumb.
It's her map. It's her wish to destroy it. We have to honor her wishes.
And we're gonna honor her wish to go murder a goblin?
Behead the goblin and burn the map.
I'll behead you, motherfucker.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt that she hasn't discovered this. deciphered the Fey markings. If we meet up with her, and she does not know where it is, and you'll have to talk to her, and I mean really find out if she knows where it is.
We've all
I'll
seen the
leave
map
it.
anyway, so I guess you're gonna have to kill
You
all of
s-
us then.
You've only seen half of the map, and you haven't. None of you know Fey, the natural language of the Fey, so none of you would be able to know what the map actually says.
Jay, mind link me.
Yeah, that's not how that works. You just mind link to Jay.
I don't have mind
He
link.
can't do that. He's
That's
asking me to mind link to him. I can't do that. That's not something I could do.
And that's not how mind link works. He just speaks to her. That's it.
No, I said mind link to me.
Oh.
That you'd have to say that out loud.
Okay.
Yeah, with her
Okay.
right there in front of you, you stupid.
I mean, the
Go
Fae probably
ahead.
heard you. So.
First of all, I'm stupid. I'm well aware of the fact that I am saying this out loud.
Alright, go
Okay,
ahead.
Okay, so I'm telling you this in mind link. Jay, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I like your barbarian ghosts and all, but dude, we're looking at some artifact that could easily get us power over the whole fucking world, apparently. I think that we should go get it.
As you talk, she actually destroys the map by smashing the ice on the ground.
Motherfucker!
And as the ice melts, it turns into water and the map dissolves.
What the fuck?
That answers that?
Yay!
I'm in mind link. I'm in mind link. Say this in mind link with Jay. Jay, we gotta find that goblin. We're getting that location. Let's go fucking take this. We will become the most powerful. That's exactly what I was concerned about, man. The more and more that we rely on this barbarian, the more and more real that she's going to become, and the more and more fucking of a threat that she could become if she doesn't like the shit that we're doing. She's
Well,
a
it's
racist.
to
What's your
us.
guys' alignment?
She's an elf alt-right member, apparently. She looks down on lesser races. This is not
She
okay.
doesn't look
She
down
looks
unless
down
her
on
race.
the weak.
Wow.
Her race doesn't look down on people. She only would want to be with an Eldarin because she's pure blood. For two, she only looks down on people she deems not fit in battle because of her
Jay-
barbarian nature.
I'm not the one that's getting red flags, but when a group of people are discussing pure blood when they talk about potential race mixing, I'm getting a little weirded out, at least. You see what I mean?
Well, that's how elven culture is. That's literally how all elves are. In fact, people who are half elves are actually heavily more racist than tieflings because of that.
Oh, elves are assholes. But anyways, though, Jay, we had to find this goblin. We got to keep this information away from barbarian because we've got to fucking get this. This could help us so much.
I had to say,
Find the
even though it's a
goblin, see
mind,
where it goes.
I had to say, even though this is still a mind link, since you did say you were a mind link and you were talking about the map, she is still gonna watch over you like a hawk.
Okay, that's
Aiden.
fine.
Your ass is grass, man.
Joe, one of these days you're gonna get it. Don't you start with me.
Who, Natasha?
Yeah.
Also,
You realize
Start
I'm
with-
drunk
before
as hell
you-
and not gonna
before
remember
you-
this shit later anyway, so ha!
Jalen, if you
Before-
want, you can mind link to the barbarian and ask her more questions. She just won't respond, won't answer Aiden's questions.
say one more thing to Aiden. You do understand that she literally can't hurt us. It is not possible for her to hurt us, and if she were to, the witch would have a word with her.
Good point.
Technically, if you want to get on a technical level, it's only whoever holds the coin. She'll protect the party as a whole, but due to her alignment
Chill.
in the category, anything that she would deem that would be too dangerous for the rest of the party, she would kill them. So,
Okay, you know what, Jay? Me and you are gonna share sides of the coin. The rest of these fuckers are fending for themselves.
You're
That's
the one
not how
she's
that
gonna want to
works.
kill because you're the one with the plot.
We're both holding the coin. She can't fuck with us.
That's not.
no,
how that
technically
works. We
only
can't
Jalen's
cut the
holding
coin.
coin.
Yeah, you're the
If
one
we cut
she
the
was gonna want
coin,
to kill
we
first.
will lose her.
If you cut the
We're
coin,
not gonna cut it. I
she
mean,
will
like,
disappear.
we're gonna hold it real weird to where like we both are gonna pinch a side of it.
No,
No.
no, that would not work.
It's
You
whoever
just
had
don't
it.
want to die, you fucker, because of your plan.
For all you know, this could be a world-ending item. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
You're
you
playing,
fucker.
testing with powers that are older than time itself at this current moment.
I mean, if the
let me
fetish
mind link
itself is like
to
terrified of it, then that's probably reason enough to like
She's
not
not.
mess with it.
Yeah, she was
let me
worried
mind link
about
to
you.
her.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright. Should I type it to you so they don't hear it or what?
You can if you want. If you don't want people creeping over.
Alright. 1 second.
1 second.
You guys can talk amongst yourself.
You can also talk to barbarians till it's just something she hears in the back of her head.
Can my character go through?
And you can ask her more questions. She just might be more hesitant to answer them. Sorry, not ask them.
Can my character go throw up now?
Yeah, you can definitely.
I open the window and throw up.
You're disgusting.
Window. Wow, you're getting really fancy with this, and I'm gonna have to.
Oh, what
I'm
is
gonna have
this?
to tell
Just
you.
an open window or something? We are,
Basically,
we are in an inn.
it's just like a curtain. It's just like a curtain. It's not like a window you'd open.
Okay,
You
fine,
just
I
move
open
the
curtain.
curtain.
And fucking puke out the window. There, you
Let's
happy?
say, like, you're-
And what are you talking about, Aiden? You were the one throwing up with the goblin. She had to kick your ass.
I literally said nothing. I asked the barbarian, so is there any other kind of world breaker items we need to know about?
Most of them I destroyed in my time as ruling. However, what that map leads to, I could not break.
Ugh,
And neither could and no god I've ever met could break it.
that's dangerous.
Why couldn't you?
Because it is older than any of the current gods, and it came before them.
What is it, like their
You know,
great
Peter?
grandparents or something like that? Their great
No, not
grandparents?
grandparents. It's a being that came before them that made this.
Do you know what it is? Can you give me a name?
I cannot tell you its name, for I would fear for your life if I knew its name.
The full.
Those who know its name usually meet tragic ends and live tragic lives. And has one knowing its name,
Have you
I will say everything in my life ended in tragedy.
have you seen my lifestyle? I already live a pretty fucking tragic life. All right.
You've not had to behead your lover yet, have you?
Not
You've not
yet,
had
but
your
you were
own
throwing
daughter-
around some words like you were trying to ask me to do
Watch,
so.
watch, he's gonna end up beheading
No.
the goblin, I bet. Oh. Oh.
Well,
I'm just saying, I died, and I have a lot of regrets.
Let's not go looking for trouble just yet.
we've all got regrets going out. Just matters how big of a bang you want to go when you want to go.
I'd rather not go out with a bang.
What matters is what you leave behind for your children.
And none of us have children yet, so I think we should wait.
She has children. She has 2.
I meant the rest of us. The rest of us don't have kids.
That item will lead you nothing but sorrow, heartbreak, and corruption. And I've seen it corrupt. It might start off as an innocent. You just have a little more power. And then as it goes on and on, you start changing. You start becoming what that thing is.
Enslaving?
It's not enslaving. You are yourself, but you're no longer yourself at the same time.
I was trying to mean you would enslave people with it.
You describe what any power does to anyone, honey.
Power doesn't change someone physically into a monster.
I knew that much.
I'm intrigued. This is like literally you. I'm just straight through barbarian goes. You are just straight up making me want to go find this thing more and more. Like this is not doing nothing but feeding me.
I hate to
Watch
say it,
your
if you
tongue.
go after that item, I will kill you myself.
Good.
Even if that breaks my pack, I swore an oath to the Stormlord
Just knock him
that
out
I would
harder.
let no one, for as long as I can see the sun in the sky,
Just knock.
touch that item.
Just knock him out hard enough. He'll forget.
Just I mean,
Ian's gonna have to start rolling saving throws in a second, bro.
we can just wait for next session, then you'll forget.
Okay, but out of character, Aiden, this item is pretty powerful, and it is a pure evil. It is not. It is not. It is not power like you would think. It would not give you power. It'd consume you completely. It'd kill your character essentially, and you'd be another person.
We are the board.
My character being completely corrupted and consumed by darkness in a quest for power.
You wouldn't be able to control it. It would be a creature.
It sounds
You'd
like
be character.
You would turn
It sounds
into
like
a
a pretty cool
monster.
fucking way to go.
It's
Not
the
really,
thing.
because she's bested this item once before.
And I don't think the rest of us could save you from yourself.
I wouldn't try.
You can actually ask her how she knows it would change someone. So I will give you that.
How would it? Yeah, how would it change someone?
If I tell you how I found it and what happened, none of what I say leaves this room, and you don't tell the other members of the party. Do we have an agreement? And you don't tell them about the map.
My lips are sealed.
Do
Don't
I
need to say anything?
out of character? Do I know that the ghost doesn't trust the Dragonborn?
You don't. She only told you about the people in the room. She did not tell you who she didn't trust. She's even though she trusts other people that's not in this room, she's saying not to tell anyone not a soul.
Okay, fine.
My husband found that artifact about 500 years ago. It was locked away in a tomb with ancient markings saying danger and warning, but we did not heed it. As the months went on, I started noticing him become different. Change. Became more obsessed with it. More obsessed with finding what it was. And as he became more and more obsessed with it, started to change. Physically, but only at night. It was very hard to notice during the day. However, he became more distant from me. And to me, when I mean more distance, you know how I am. You've seen me. I only care about blood, however. He was more distant. That thing, and I say that thing when I refer to him in the last moments of his life, was not my husband. I beheaded him. I killed anyone who knew of the artifact. And I buried it. And I buried my husband with the artifact. I buried them in 2 separate locations, and I would not want one of you to fall the same fate, because I would have to kill you.
That is truly, truly awful.
I'm sold.
Aiden?
I'm sold too. Let's go find him.
Aiden!
Like I said, you're gonna have to start rolling saving throws in a second, bro.
You're gonna be rolling saving throws for the rest of your life in this damn game because she's not gonna trust your ass anymore.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm gonna have to say, Aiden, even at max level bard, against the barbarian, you will lose that even with all a College of Valor, College of Swords. You could not kill her.
Die.
You're level 6 and she's level 15. So
No, she's for one, she's level 20. For 2, even if he was level 20, because of how bards are, he would always be more squishy than her, and she would defaultly kill him.
Difference
You
is
wanna
I'm not
die?
attached
You wanna
to
die that
people
bad
first.
then? Because just so
What
you
was
know,
that,
if you
Aiden?
die, I don't think anyone is supposed to save you.
Yeah, can I, okay, can I strength roll to fucking bitch smack Natalie? Because this is like the 8th time she was talked over me.
You can do it. You can strength roll to see if you smack her.
Strength roll.
Zatasha, you can't even defend yourself against this. You're too drunk.
Hey, 17.
Alright, roll
Oh,
damage.
you bastard, hitting a drunk person.
Could I use
Oh shit! Wait,
a
do I
reaction or
roll
acrobatics to like
strength or hit
stop
DC?
his hand or something?
Just a hit die, and you plus your strength since you're hitting her.
10.
Natasha, take 10 points of damage.
Wait, that was a hit die. Sorry, that was a hit die because I actually rolled strength.
Oh.
That was a hit die. Do I miss?
Well, Natasha, is that more than your current health? I don't know how much health you have.
I got, wait, what was mine? Let's see.
I think you guys got max health because
I
you
have
woke up
45
from
What's-
a
now.
long rest or whatever.
Okay, so you take plus your strength. I didn't want you to kill her. I just wanted you to not, bop her.
Okay, I bopped.
Bop.
Knock her
Okay.
into a long rest.
Yeah.
You're
Alright,
going into long rest, you crazy
she
bastard.
looks at the barbarian actually moves closer to Aiden and looks at him and says, I might not like you, and I might not agree with you on some things. However, I would not want to see you fall the same fate the person I loved most in this world fell.
Aw, that's cute. So you do care about me.
Can I roll to smack Aiden?
Yes.
No, because barbarian technically is holding him.
If I wasn't drunk, I'd be the one smacking him.
I'm being serious. I'm not playing childish games. I've tried to break that. I even tried to have several deities destroy that artifact. They could not beat it. And the Storm Lord told me that thing is almost as old as the dawn of time itself. Whoever buried that originally, it should have stayed buried.
If it's so dangerous, how did you beat it?
I beheaded the person who had it.
Okay.
Are you
Seems like-
implying we should behead you?
Me? I'm just
I think we
saying.
should do
like,
it
if
now
that-
so we can save this trip.
for an ancient artifact that's like world breakingly powerful, just cutting the guy's head off like shit. Wolverine was it? Wolverine, the fucking Marvel Wolverine was tough enough to where decapitation didn't do shit. This thing's like head
Well,
come
no.
off.
Well, if you want, I was about to say she's gonna explain more. It needs a host to live. Until it has blood, until it has someone obsessed about it, which is knowing its name, wanting to know more about it, knowing it. Even just knowing its existence is enough to give its power. That's why I had to kill my husband, every single person that knew of it, every single researcher, and 10 of my most loyal guards after I buried it.
So 1 second, I'm getting fucking called.
Sorry. And she says this to all of you because you can hear it.
Okay.
I believe it.
I'll
Gotta
take
open
it
the
to
fucking
Mike
door. Give me a
Ray
second.
on this.
Okay.
I mean, I guess for you, you're still like kind of like drunk, so I don't know how your speech sounds like.
All right.
Hurts.
While he's gone, if he gets anywhere near this artifact, I'm cutting his neck.
You won't have to. The barbarian will literally break the pack to the coin and kill him herself.
No, I'll race her to it.
I had to say the barbarian would be faster than you since she can teleport.
I'm back. Sorry. So,
I'll be able to teleport soon. Don't worry.
so
I'm
you're saying,
serious, by the way. Like I can actually.
so what you're
teleport.
saying is it's essentially just a parasite.
Somewhat. However, what it is, it's somewhat alive, however, somewhat dead already.
Okay.
And as I said, I know we haven't agreed on things, but I would not want anyone, and I mean anyone, even if I feel them as weak and pitiful, to suffer the same tragic fate he suffered. He was in agony every night until I cut his head off.
I'll dwell on this.
And if your friend knows of it, I'll see if she wishes to pursue it. However, I don't know if a goblin would be able to understand any Fey language.
Oh my fucking god.
Okay. So what do you guys say? I feel bad for Turtle. He's like always behind the curtains of the barbarian.
I'm back. Barbarian, I'll give you a deal.
This isn't
What's
good.
this deal?
With her.
You don't touch her. You don't, even if she wants to go after it, you don't fuck with her, and I won't go after it.
The artifact or her?
Artifact.
I cannot accept that deal. I swore an oath to the Stormlord to not let no one touch it. Not let
Consider
anyone
this
touch
oath
it.
to you then. If you kill her
I
on that,
can't.
if you kill the goblin,
I won't kill her. I'll stop her from pursuing it.
Okay. Well, my point is that if you attempt to harm her or kill her based on her wanting to go after that or not, I will make it my life's fucking goal to get this artifact, whatever the fuck it is, out of spite.
If you even try to get near it, you will have to kill me. Because I will have already killed you if I know you try to go after it.
Then my terms are pretty clear.
I will not kill her if you can persuade her not to go after it. How about that?
I'm
You
not
do
joking.
such a good job of persuading her to get into her bed. It should not be easy for her to give up such a trinket.
This has gotten so dark so fast, I swear.
I made my terms abundantly clear. You made yours.
The question is, do you accept mine? Because if you accept mine, I will not touch a hair on her head.
I'll keep it in mind.
Unless she goes back on her word.
If he persuades her, actually, she wouldn't, because of how bards work. So that's why I'm saying if she does accept the term to persuade the goblin, which is very easy for bards, she won't harm the goblin at all. She'll just ask for the map.
I say we head north.
We have to wait for everybody, though.
You can head north.
Joe can catch up.
You can all catch up. Just
Well,
saying.
Jay, it is 11:36. I don't know when you wanted to call it.
I was gonna say call it soon. I just wanted to know what you guys wanted to do.
Head north.
I say we head north, see if we find some more civilization, some more D&D poon.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's her terms. Aiden, do you accept those?
I said what I thought. I'll keep them in mind.
That's not.
It's not. Yes, that's not. It's not.
I understand what you're saying she'll do, but whether or not I'm okay with them, I don't think that really matters.
Well, she's saying if you can persuade her not to follow the artifact and not let it consume her, she won't have to kill her. Because if the goblin lets the artifact consume her, it will be just as bad as she finds the artifact.
She'd be killed regardless, is what she's saying.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good question. Well, not
Yes.
to her. Could I just ask a
Okay.
question, General? How long has it been in the D&D time for me to still be drunk?
For one, an hour has not passed. You have 3 hours to go, Natasha.
Oh, we're not gonna be moving
At
anyway,
most,
fuckers, unless you guys want to carry me.
you can still move. Being drunk in D&D does not stop you from movement.
Really?
Let me tell you what.
Really?
No, it's just you have disadvantage on all checks, all dexterity. Basically, you have disadvantage on anything, and you kind of are incoherent.
Okay, so you fuckers better not get us into any shit.
What are you talking about? Jalen saved you like 8 times for being arrested.
Yeah, who's the one getting who into shit?
I'm gonna be real with
Maybe
you.
if you could, maybe if you talked a little better to that guard, we wouldn't have been in the scenario we were in.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like a combat scenario with or without you drunk is gonna be equally as like. To be hey, if you're drunk, it'll be harder for you to get possessed and shoot us with your missiles.
No, that was a
The
turtle.
turtle did that.
No, well, I know the turtle did, but didn't she do it with the knife too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was.
did.
I'm pretty
That was with the
I'm pretty
knife.
sure she's done more damage to our party than she has any other.
I discussed. I said she's been shooting at us as much as the enemy.
That was one time.
But yeah, yes or no. Those are the clear terms.
Twice.
It should be very easy for you to persuade the goblin. And DM to Aiden, I actually don't think the goblin at base. Here, I'll roll a quick history check for her, but I doubt she'll. No, that's a 10. No, she wouldn't be able to understand.
Behind too, so she
Looks
probably
like she
doesn't-
lives.
No, I'm saying she wouldn't know what the map meant or what any of the means is, since it's wrote in Asterix's native language. It's
Oh,
not
who gives a
written. What was that?
I said, well, who gives a shit that? Yeah, she left it behind. She clearly didn't value it, so she didn't probably translate.
That's
it.
what I was trying to say. I just couldn't directly say it to your character because your
I
character.
know. I just don't. I'm just not comfortable getting into negotiations with a fucking spirit tied to a penny.
It's not tied to a penny. It's tied to a gold piece, and it's technically
Translate.
she's tied to. She's
tied to a
tied
quarter.
to the pack. She's tied to the pack. That's not a quarter.
Tied to the witch.
For one, you can get a whole room in D&D for 1 gold piece.
You know what? Well, I mean, it's like 1940s money. But anyways, you know what I meant. My point is, I don't know. I just don't like getting flexed on like that. You know. My character
Well,
is
she
so much
only
less
did it
strong.
because she feared for all of your safety.
I'm chaotic.
That's why she told you not to tell anyone.
That's not how that works, Aiden.
Chaotic alignment, dude. I don't like this. You're trying
That's
to box.
not how that works.
Yeah, it kind of is. One of my characters. Wait. Let me. I'm sorry.
Wait, what alignment did you pick? And I'll tell you how it works.
I did ideals, freedom, chains are meant to be broken as those who would force them chaotic. Personality traits. The best way to get me to do something is tell me I can't do it.
You can't. So that's exactly what she did.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm wrong.
What kind of thing did you do? Just chaotic?
I mainly chaotic. I mean, only one of my things that has like a parentheses in it has the parentheses chaotic, and that's the ideals of freedom. Chains are meant to be broken, as with those who forge them.
Okay. Well, then you're gonna bump heads with her a lot
Have
if you
fun.
fuck with her enough. Because she is. She's how lawful good works is she has a
Oh.
very specific set of rules and things that she follows that she has set for herself. She doesn't just follow. She doesn't really much care for law. She'll kind of follow it. However, if it goes against her natural rules, she'll break them.
Just like mine. Because I'm lawfully good.
Yeah,
I think I want to switch
And-
my alignment.
can't. It's too late.
Oh yeah, I know. But if I could change it, I'd go from chaotic neutral to chaotic good, probably.
Why you happy with this ghost now?
I just want to change it because I feel like my decision making falls more under chaotic good rather than chaotic neutral.
Well, there is some people I know who picks an alignment and then say basically fuck all alignment and then just keeps going.
I mean, I feel like alignment is kind of stupid because it's very one-dimensional.
It's kind of it's not non-subtle. Like I don't base it a ton on it.
I don't either, and the reason why is it used to be that's how it used to be stagnant. Like D&D used to be a big thing of just kind of whatever. You just kind of was like, oh, I only followed that alignment, but as time's gone on and more traces have become more and more vague and gray area, we kind of lesser and lesser follow them. It's just how it. So you don't have to directly follow them. It's just good to know. And the only ones I would say are good is if you have a character like a cleric, a paladin, or someone who worships a god heavily, like our barbarian friend.
That would be lawful good.
That would be lawful good because most people confuse lawful good thinking they follow the law, but they just follow their own set of rules, and they follow it to a T. Whether that be breaking lawful good is she follows a good set of rules. Lawful evil is she follows completely her own set of rules. So you guys are gonna head north. I'm gonna call it here since it would be a good place to.
Make sure we remember that Natasha is still intoxicated and Aiden is still intoxicated.
I'm lightly intoxicated. I can still
No,
drive. Give me my
you're still drunk. And Natasha, yeah, you got shafted so hard.
I know.
I'm so glad I forgot to remind whoever drank it first that it had Hydra blood still on it.
What'd you say,
I
Turtle?
cleaned it, remember?
Yeah, but you only cleaned it because I reminded myself that it was there.
Yes. Otherwise, I'd be dead.
Wait, Turtle, what'd you say?
Oh, it's a good thing Aiden got a higher roll than that, so he wouldn't be as drunk.
Could you imagine if, like, during that conversation he was completely stone drunk and had no idea what was going
That
on?
would have been more funny.
He'd probably be hungover and probably
Having an
forget the night's
argument with
event.
the ghost.
I just imagine Natasha's character in the corner just, like, keep consistently unaware of what's going on.
And still babbling about what's going on at the same
we'll
time.
have a short rest or something, so that way when we start again next week, like, they'll be out of the short rest. Like, they'll be, like, relatively better.
No, they won't. They can't do that because technically that would be when the others would join you. So no, they have to. They have to remain the drunk for. Yep, and Tasha's gonna have to retain those 10 points of hit damage.
Oh no, then I probably have to go back to the medical tent and buy some stuff.
Yep. All right.